Hi, this is Leonard from Master Sprinter TV. Today we're following up on the series of potentiation effects of kind of an activation exercise preceding a sprint. So examples would be like a heavy low rep squat, resisted sprint, or some sort of a plyometric jump. So last week we did resisted sprints preceding a free sprint. Today we're going to do jump squats preceding a sprint. But what I'm going to start off with is a kind of a baseline test at 60 meters, and then we'll follow up with a series of subsequent jump squats, short period of rest, 60-meter sprint, and see if the jump squats preceding a sprint result in a faster time than the previous kind of non-activated sprint. So there should still be a potentiation effect over the course of the workout, but we'll see how that goes. So see you in a second. Okay, so we got a 9-2 baseline. I think we'll have to do the jumps off camera just to kind of save the camera from overheating. But anyway, so we're gonna do 3 jump squats and then rest a little bit, and then follow that up with a 60-meter sprint. So this will be the first one shortly, but I've got to do the jump squats first. See you in a second. Okay, so the first 60 after doing some jump squats preceding that sprint was a 9:03 compared to the 9:2 on the first kind of baseline test. Now obviously I think probably over the course of the workout we'll see some improvement, for at least from the 9:2. The last couple of workouts I've kind of started like in the 9:1, 9:2 range, and then was maybe able to get a little bit lower by the latter portion of the workout. So we'll see how that goes today. But I still want to contrast the sprint without doing the jump squats versus a subsequent sprint with the jump squats. So now, a key thing you need to keep in mind on these activation exercises, whether it's a resisted sprint, some sort of a plyometric jump, theoretically you could do a heavy low rep squat. Even though I don't know how you do that at a track, but anyway, but that's going to create a degree of fatigue, and so the potential, you have to kind of allow a period of rest so the potentiation effect exceeds the negative consequence of the fatigue, but theoretically the potentiation effect lasts longer than the fatigue from a brief activation exercise. So anyway, so I've just done 3 more squat jumps, still resting here, but we'll do the next sprint momentarily. I'm just gonna do 1 set of jump squats on camera. So okay, yeah, we're just doing 3. So, and then I'll still rest afterwards. So. I guess theoretically you could kind of experiment. You could do, you know, anything from like, you know, standing broad jumps to jump squats, maybe even, you know, pogo hops. But again, you know, you don't want to put yourself in a scenario where you risk injury either. So, you know, so I think the jump squats are lower risk than a broad jump. Also, I think ChatGPT told me to do the jump squats differently than I've done. So, but either way, I'm still seeing an effect. So this is the fourth one here. We're going to see if there's an effect on this last one, and then we'll see if I do another one. But anyway, see you in a little bit. Okay, here the camera again is about 45 meters. Should be close to max velocity. That was the fifth unpotentiated 60. Still hitting right there at 919, so not really seeing any kind of, you know, improvement over the course of the workout. Whereas, you know, typically in workouts, you know, I will improve somewhat. You know, ground's wet. I mean, you know, that is what, the 960, you know, but either way, so I think I'm still going to do one more potentiated sprint here, see if we see an effect. But I will say, like last week with the resisted sprints, I did see a kind of an improvement throughout the course of the workout. I'm not seeing that on the unpotentiated sprints. Do the jump squats again, so a little bit differently maybe. Okay, that's 3, right? I think. So again, we can kind of, you know, ponder, you know, why I didn't really see an improvement, or not a dramatic improvement, over the course of the workout itself. You know, say from the first interval to the last, like I do quite often. Again, you know, I normally do my midweek session on Wednesday. Today's Thursday because it rained yesterday. Ground's still wet. Yeah, maybe I didn't sleep as well last night. You know, all kinds of things can come into play. But in either case, we did, you know, 5 sets. Each set we did, you know, a 60 without any activation exercise. Then we did the jump squats preceding a 60. In all 5 cases, the activated 60 was faster than the kind of unactivated 60. So maybe not as profound as we saw, say, with the resisted sprints, but still there's an effect. So certainly, if we're seeing an effect, a potentiation effect from some sort of an activation exercise during workouts, then it's something to ponder when you're doing when you're warming up for an actual you know, an actual competition. That you might want to do some sort of an activation exercise, you know, plyometric jump, maybe have somebody pull you with bands or something like that before your competition, you know, not right before your competition, but, you know, shortly before. And again, there's that kind of that window, that potentiation window, which is kind of hard to hit. But anyway, until next video.